Be strong.
It's time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League ARCA Series, presented by Butt Kicker and Jazeboski Designs. Now, let's join Chris from Captain TV, live from the Milwaukee Mile.
It is the oldest asphalt surface in all of America. Track built back in 1906. It's older than Indianapolis, believe it or not. And rumors are the fact that people like Michael Steffen actually ran in the inaugural race in the series. Well, after talking with Mr. Steffen, that was not true, actually, in the end. But tonight, we are true to be racing at the Milwaukee Mile, part of the Milwaukee State City Fairgrounds here, the Cream City itself. That is the location of tonight's week number 8 of this Throwback ARCA series, part of the Short Track Super League, as we welcome you in to the legendary Milwaukee Mile, West Allis, Wisconsin. 74 degrees, track temp 79. This track exactly 1 mile and is flatter than a pancake. If you don't believe me, wait till you see. Fast speeds going into these corners, very long sweeping corners. As a matter of fact, you think of turn 3 at Pocono, they always reference Milwaukee Mile. Tonight you'll see why turn 3 looks like Pocono. Turn 3 at Pocono looks like the Milwaukee Mile. So looking forward to a lot of great racing here tonight. 100 laps coming up here in just a few minutes. They will also be qualifying here very, very shortly. But again, we welcome you in. I am the captain, Chris Scala, live here from the Milwaukee Mile on this Thursday evening. And we've got a lot of great racing here to come on this evening. So let's go look over the schedule right now of what we got going on here the next couple of weeks, starting tonight again, Milwaukee Mile. Then next week, we go to Music City, USA, and Nashville. And then, of course, we skip over Memorial Day to the road course vote by the drivers. I hope the Nürburgring's picked. Anyways, North Wilkesboro the following week, Darlington, and then the All-Star race to finish out the season on the 24th of June. So, great schedule shaping up here for us. And some great short track racing around this 1 mile Milwaukee Mile here tonight. So, again, a lot of great racing coming up this evening. And should mention, of course, brought to you by our good friends at Butt Kicker and Jazeboski Designs. Tonight's Jazeboski Design winner will actually be a random draw by that guy who just destroyed his car in the inside wall, Nick Jazeboski. We'll pick a random winner tonight, and that person will get a paint scheme thanks to Jazeboski Designs. And also Butt Kicker, of course, a sponsor of the series. If you type in STSL into your Butt Kicker purchase, you'll receive 20% off whatever it is that you will purchase in that deal. So make sure you go and check out the Butt Kicker website for all the details there. So, yep, qualifying just about underway here. And again, we appreciate everybody joining us on this Thursday evening, and what has been an interesting Thursday on my end. Hopefully you've had a great Thursday also. Drift hello, by the way, as always, and if you want to say hello, feel free to do so. Appreciate everybody joining us on, of course, the YouTube chat. If you have some friends that like this kind of racing, make sure you send them over here to the Captain TV and hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button if I'm not too annoying already. And give me 1 second here and we'll get going. going to get that into the race information. Sorry about that. As we go down to the track, let's go investigate. Qualifying right now is Daniel Hall on the pole in that Bill Elliott Throwback. The McDonald's car looking pretty solid right now. See loops around turn 3 and 4. I think I have figured out why it does this now. That's exactly what it is. When the cars cross the line, their names will adjust down the positions. That's what it is. So forgive me, but that's what it's going to look like for now. Anyways, Daniel Hall going to get knocked off the pole by Luke Daniels, a 30.33. Good lap for him. Chalmers Parker is P3 right now. Jason Dalton, Kevin Anderson, your top 5 again around this 1 mile flat oval. Tonight, unfortunately, we will not have the cameras for our good friends at the Track Cams for Gourmets, and that's because they don't have a package actually for the Milwaukee Mile. But I do have a backup package that I've used before that is pretty close to real life, as if like TNN back in the day that covered the Xfinity races here at the Milwaukee Mile used to put on the screen and stuff. So we'll have some pretty real life cameras still when it's over with tonight. But a big shout out to still Track Cams for Gourmets, as they've helped us out a ton and improving the viewership out here on the track so far this season. Here's Curtin Beckler, the 35, out on track. Curtin had a good top 3 run last week. As you see, brings it off of turn number 4. Let's put the audio on here for the cars. Down into turn 1, look how flat this track is. This actually used to be a dirt track and it was paved. Down the back straightaway. And when I say this thing's flatter than a cookie, I mean it. Or a pancake or whatever I said. Flatter than a tire. Around turn 3 and 4, this car really wants to get loose, especially coming off. You just got to unwind the wheel and carry the speed off the corner. Curran crossing the line. He goes. Down there at 19th right now as Coy Haslow jumps to the top, 30-32. And Beckler one and done as Coy Haslow here in this 87 car. The Swiss Colony red number 87 through 3 and 4. I think I saw Alexis Martin over there cheering. Oh, that's Coy. Not, she put Cody. Let's see, what would be Cody? Somebody want to let Alexis know there's no Cody in the field? Just putting it out there. So it should be done here in about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll go racing 100 laps tonight, 100 miles around this track that sits right outside the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. And the reason why the city of Milwaukee is called the Cream City, you might ask. Well, here's the situation. Back in the day, a lot of the buildings, which still to this day is actually cream colored. Now, you would think immediately cream as in beer, because obviously Milwaukee a pretty big beer city. No. It's all because when the city was first built, they built it on cream, basically. All the cream-colored buildings and stuff, which, again, you go downtown and you can see those colored buildings and things like that. So that is why this is known as the Cream City of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right, I got a 5-minute warm-up here before the race begins. Cars will go out here on track and run some laps here, and we'll get going in about 5 minutes or so. This is your chance to go top off a drink, whatever it might be, if it's an adult beverage, or if you're one that just likes to drink Pugs or something like that, which are, by the way, still to this day, a very good drink. Trying to figure out what unique paint's going to be for this week. Wrecked one, I guess. There's Michael Steffen, the boss man, off turn 4 there. Another car spinning. The ROCA guys, the ARCA guys. Oh, Richard Benedetto. Track position going to play a big role here this evening. The bottom line is the way to go. It's going to be very tough to pass. Not Obviously, if you get out of the groove, you slide up the track, it could easily fall backwards. You do not want to hit that wall either. Speeds up to about 150 mile an hour down into these corners. And you slow down all the way down to close to 100, if not a little under 100 mile an hour. Mid-corner there, and you sweep off the corner. And the unique pit road here. Pit road actually starts in the middle of the front straightaway, believe it or not, here. It's not like off of turn 4 like most tracks. One of the unique features here about the Milwaukee Mile. So again, 2 sets of tires for tonight's race, as it's been all season long, as 25 spots are locked in for the week. We didn't get 25 cars, so everybody will race. As I mentioned, 2 extra sets of tires when it's all over with. 2-strike rule still in effect. If you cause 2 cautions, you are parked for the night. Of course, with the post-race review and so on and so forth. TV. Appreciate all the viewers watching this evening. See 11 viewers so far, which is awesome. Good start. Of course, we can work on getting that number up a little bit. If you're again new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, please. Now, tomorrow night and Sunday night, I do request everybody try to show up as much as possible. We're actually going to be doing a tribute night for Memorial Day weekend, which, yes, I next weekend, as Drift is getting his Tony Hawk on over there in turn 2. Yes, Memorial Day is next weekend, but the BPRL guys are actually not going to be racing next weekend because of the holiday. They're going to be paying homage to all the veterans of relatives of the field that's in that race. So that's going to be a really cool thing. I'm having the honor of playing on the stream as I continue to broadcast the race and stuff. So we're going to do that tomorrow night and also Sunday night. But hopefully I'm the first of many to say hey, you know, to all the veterans and stuff out there that's fighting for this country. And if you're someone who has lost a member to war and all that action and all the craziness of war and stuff like that from the past and even recently, obviously best of thoughts and prayers and stuff, and thank you most of all to all those who have fought for the country. Not only that, but the families who have supported those members. So anyways, we're going to go to the track now, and we are going to set the starting lineup for tonight's week number 8 at the Milwaukee Mile. You might have, or might not have. Coy Haslow going to win the pole. He'll start alongside Luke Daniels in that 98 car. Kevin Anderson, Daniel Hall in row number 2. Chalmers Parker and Mike Hasty, they'll start in row number 3. Jason Dalton, Mark Herzog, row 4. Michael Steffen, the boss man there, and Mike Carlson, the California driver, going to start row 5. Brandon Hughes and Matthew Telder will start in row number 12, or row number 6, I should say, 11th and 12th. Row number 7, you'll see Mario Ercoloni and Jeff Carlson. The 8th row, and this one kind of a shocker, last week's winner, Samuel Fontaine, Gru, going to start in 15th alongside Joey Ladassour. David Burns, Michael Benedetto, row number 9. Row 10, Drift and Curran Beckler. Row 11, Nick Jazeboski and Richard Benedetto. JT's the admin tonight. Jason Coe will be the 23rd and final starter in tonight's race as cars roll off. course, if you know the history of Captain TV, the last time you watched a race at the Milwaukee Mile, somebody set the race to sunset and it got dark before the race ended. You don't have to worry about that tonight. Taking a look at the track now as we get ready to go to the green. Still 74 degrees, still 78 down on track. Is actually it's morning time here right now. Well, after 8:30 Eastern or Central Daylight Time, 9:30 in Georgia, where I'm at right now. That would be 2:30 in the morning. No, 3:30 in the morning over in Hawaii right now. All right, pace car going to pull off and be in the hands of Coy Haslow as we get ready for race number 8 of the Throwback ARCA Series, the Short Track Super League, live on Captain TV. Let's go. And Fontaine had to go to the pits for some reason. Or did he start to pit? Something with Fontaine. I did not catch that at the start. Oh, one car, Herzog back there climbing the walls. Haslow off to a pretty good start. Down into turn 3 and 4. And into turn 1 and 2 again. 6 degrees of banking around this flat track. If you look at Pocono, you can understand why it is said to be the turn 3 at Pocono looks just like the Milwaukee Mile. Is for the first time tonight, caution is out, and excuse me, I had to sneeze. David Burns has backed it into the wall. So on lap number 2, we get our first crushed donut of the evening. Let's see what happens to Burnsy. Dave on the inside of Michael Benedetto. Oh, they run each other over. Matter of fact, Burns over Benedetto. And for the second time in as many weeks, Michael Benedetto has somebody driving over him, literally. See if we can get a different angle of this one. Back it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Benedetto leaves the inside open. Here comes Burns to the inside of it. And once again, Burns just goes right over the 25 there. So caution out for the first time. We'll have to see how the admins call this one. Drift on pit road, getting probably a little bit damage fixed, maybe topping off the old fuel cell. So 5 laps in the books here. And it should come to 1 to go this time by. Haslow's led all 5 laps so far. Jimmy Spencer making an appearance this week. Yeah, Jimmy Spencer's here tonight. Jimmy running in the 17th position. go green next time by. Kevin Davis making the appearance tonight. The dirt track guys. Corey Reese making an appearance. Watching on the stream tonight. We get into the latter part of this season as we get closer to crowning a champion in this short track Super League Throwback ARCA series. Pace car is going to slide over a couple inches and then turn left on the pit road as Haslow leads him back to the green. One thing you got to be very careful of, if you make a late apex into the corners, they're going to be 3 wide off 2 here. If they stay down to 2, almost actually down to 1 now. But the car behind you will put that car on the inside. So you got to be very, oh, contact, around goes the 81 off the bumper, the 47, he locks, oh, and we got a big one here. Oh, we got a big one. The 3's involved, the 111, the 669, the 80, or 24, 35. And second caution, lap number 8. And caution for the second time. This one, Herzog and Kevin Anderson. Take a look at this one. Down the back straightaway. Contact, we'll basically just call it. Dalton gets a piece. Daniel Hall gets spun around. Add Mike Carlson to the battle. Let's go rear chase again. Herzog look like just kind of sliding on, and you see Benedetto starting to come, or Anderson starting to come down a little bit. Both of them kind of meeting up in the middle there. You see the pileup happen over there to our left. Let's on board with Drew here. Wreck that happened a little ways up there. There it is. Fontaine locks her down. Oh, look out for that guy. And great job by Fontaine to miss that. That's caution number 2 here at the Milwaukee Mile. For those who are fans of the Short Track Super League, by the way, I should let you know we have started to broadcast the Dirt Series also on Monday nights. After the TI Racing Truck Series gets out this week, we are at Kokomo Speedway, a track where for about 3 years I lived about 3 miles from it. And an awesome track, one I actually did not get to go watch a race at. I wanted to, but never got the chance to do so. But that is going to be a fun race come Monday night in the Big Blocks Kokomo Speedway, that quarter-mile track. As I said earlier, I'm going to stop at White's Meat Market right down the road there, grab some steak burgers, and bring the grill out and broadcast the race there Monday night from Kokomo, the city of First, also known as Stoplight City. Home of the Of course, I'm going to forget the gentleman's name. Norm. I forget his last name, but Norm is the creator of the Clifford the Big Red Dog. I cannot remember the guy's last name. Norman something. Anyways. As pace car is going to pull off. Watch it do a little slider. And then off. As Haslow leads it back to the green. Luke Daniels, Herzog. And they wave off the caution. Norman Bridwell, thank you, Corey. I couldn't remember the damn guy's name. Kokomo, a lot of history in my heart from that city. Unfortunately, went through a tornado there, which actually, believe it or not, there's a YouTube video of me on the radio talking about that tornado in 2013. A whole bunch of stuff went on there, but it was a great city to live in. Enjoyed it. A bunch of concerts there in the park. Did a lot of non-for-profit stuff in that city. So it's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of great stuff in that town. Down the back straightaway. As Herzog up to second, now he's gone by Luke Daniels. Daniels kind of trapped up there in that high side. Jason Dalton going to try to fill the groove, not able to. Turn number one. We'll go on board with Jazeboski here. Kind of goes up the track there. Car got a little tight there. He had to get out of it. And now to the inside goes Fontaine. Again, you got to be very careful how you hit this throttle here because it will just slide up the track. Nose will lift up. And be very patient. Going by, so Nick is falling back a little bit here early in this race. And just to note, I'm the one that actually typed in the Jimmy Spencer thing on there, not him. So Haslow out to about a 0.8 of a second lead right now on Herzog, and the best battle on track is actually back here with Benedetto going past Jazeboski. Mike's going by. Here comes the 111 Brandon Hughes. A lot of these cars back here already involved in one of the two cautions early in this race. Looks like now we're settling down a little bit as the sun starts to come out over Milwaukee. Up here to Joey Ladesseur, Mario Ercolodi, got the 19 there of Jeff Carlson. Both the Carlsons running up in the top 10 right now. Oh, and caution's out. Trouble for Looks like Richard Benedetto. Let's see what happens to the 5-2. Oh, he gets run over by Telder. I can only imagine this conversation. So it looked like Richard went to try to pass Nick and maybe lost a little bit of momentum as he tried to cut down right here without running him over. And he had Telder coming at him with a full wit of speed. Now, I was just thinking about this while we're on the caution for the third time. None of the leaders coming to pit road yet. There's actually a connection between Milwaukee and Kokomo. I totally had not thought about this until now. Kokomo has become more of a sports town lately when it comes to minor league sports. It used to be mostly about obviously basketball because it's the state of Indiana, and so on and so forth. Well, lately they've added on a minor league baseball team. They've added on a minor league basketball team and so on in that city. Now the minor league baseball team is more of like college students who are coming out of like either in the off season or whatever come and play there. So it's not like a single A, double A type of thing. But the Kokomo Jackrabbits are the name of the team. And it's actually named after the old car. But the interesting thing is the company that brought in the Kokomo Jackrabbits to that city are part of a sports company that are from Milwaukee. So, interesting fact there I just thought about. So, and how that all works out, right? There's actually a connection between our track here and the track will be Monday night in the Dirt Series. Oh, that's cool. Minor league hockey is so fun to go watch. I used to when I lived in Kokomo and Lafayette, even when I did radio over there. I used to drive over to Fort Wayne and watch the Fort Wayne hockey team because for some reason in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the biggest sport is hockey. That wouldn't make sense. But hey, you know what? Credit to them. That was a fun game to go watch. The Fort Wayne Comets with a K. All right, so back to green here. Quarter distance in, 25 laps. 87 to Haslow, the 47 to Herzog, Daniel, Carlson, and Dalton as we wrap up the third caution here in this race as these guys try to get themselves into a green flag rhythm. We did have some pit stops. Looks like about 18th on down, Benedetto, Daniel Hall, Mike Hasty, Hughes, and Drift all came to pit road there. Don't know if any of them really took tires. It might have been more to fix damage and stuff like that. But once again, I do appreciate all the viewers watching this evening here on Captain TV. Pace car going to slide and hang a left, and Haslow back to the pedal. Down the back straightaway. And first battle on track, Mario Ercoloni back here, the 41 inside of the 35, a current Beckler. This is a battle for the 9th position. Beckler started back in 20th in this race, so he's been one of the comers through the field. So is Fontaine there in that 91 cars. He started actually on pit road tonight. Of course, one of the big racing moments here ever at the Milwaukee Mile. It's a video you can actually see on YouTube. I watched it myself. The 2007 Xfinity race here at the Milwaukee Mile. It was a race where they always raced on the weekend before Daytona at this track. The trucks would race here in an Xfinity while the Cup cars were out at Sonoma. So at that time was the start of the whole bushwhacking deal where drivers would fly and race multiple series in multiple towns and so on and so forth. Well, in that race, Denny Hamlin and Carl Edwards and I think J.J. Yaley might have been the other driver, flew from Sonoma over to the Milwaukee Mile to run the Xfinity race. Well, Denny Hamlin was actually late getting to the track. In the race, the track had closed, I forget if it's the garage area or something, down before the race had started, and Denny Hamlin had not gotten to the track yet. So at the time, the Gibbs development driver, wait for this one, Eric Almirola started the race and started on the pole and led a good portion of the race early, and he fell back to the 3rd position. Well, at the time, the sponsor of the 20 car was Rockwell Automation, and basically they had a talk with Joe Gibbs, or Coach Gibbs, and the team, and they had to make a decision, and mid-race made the call under caution to pull out Eric Almirola, who was running in the top 5, and put Denny Hamlin in the car. And Hamlin come back through the field and end up winning the race. So it actually, the win itself went to Eric Almirola, even though Denny Hamlin won the race. It's one of the big stories here at the Milwaukee Mile's history. In a race that, trust me, Eric Almirola was not happy about. The battle for the 8th position here. This is actually all the way up to 6. Jeff Carlson trying to hold off Michael Steffen, who's got Kurt Beckler there behind him. Lana Sewer, all these guys here. As I mentioned, really tough to get track position here. Tough to get clean air on that nose. As Coy Haslow continues to lead by about 0.6 over Herzog. Steffen gets a little bit of air on there, and Carlson kind of cuts it down, but that's the wide apex. You want to try to run that yellow rumble strip or apron as long as you can, and that'll let you just kind of rotate the corner and take the shortest way around and get the run off. As here comes Kurt Beckler, makes some moves to the inside in that 35 car. Nice move. Beckler, one of the cars on the move here to the inside of Jeff Carlson for position to move Kurt up to 6th. There's Haslow leading Mark Herzog, Luke Daniel, Jason Dalton, all up here to top 4 with Mike Carlson there 5th. But we might have to watch that 35 car back there in the 6th position as Beckler working his way up here. Oh, and the 3 gets out of shape on the straightaway. As we are 3rd distance in. Back here, Mario Arcoloni going by Jeff Carlson for the 10th position. A reminder, the Short Track Super League brought to you by Butt Kicker. If you type in STSL into the Butt Kicker website, you can actually save 20% off any purchase of a Butt Kicker product at cash out. And then Jazeboski Designs, also sponsoring the series. They are giving away a paint scheme tonight to a random driver of choice. We'll see who they pick potentially by the end of the race. We'll have to see. Michael Benedetto back here in the 25. These two made a little contact earlier. Let's see if they can get along this time. Oh, Burns a little shallow fade on the 25 there in the 1. That might have been a shot fired. Benedetto going to send it to the high side here, see if we can get a runner, maybe a crossover. But you can see how just faster that bottom line is the whole way around here. You can definitely see Benedetto's got the speed compared to the 55 right now, but 55 is going to make it tough to pass. He's got that bottom line glazed over as he tries to hold Benedetto off. Benedetto is definitely driving in there really deeply. It's allowing these guys to get him off the corner. Whoa, Benedetto against the wall. Got to be careful there. Burns gets by the 19. Ooh, that's how tough it is here. It's like a short track basically, but a mile long. Is there going to be 3 wide maybe off the corner here? As the 81 of Kevin Anderson inside of Daniel Hall, and then he almost gets into his teammate there. Thankfully, Benedetto is sending it in pretty deep, or they would hit each other. Laps in, the lead about a second over Herzog, who's got about a second on Daniel, who's got a second on Dalton, who's got 2.5 on Curran Beckler, who hasn't been able to really get away from Carlson and Steffen, all these guys on top of another in turn 3 and 4. As I mentioned, Jeff Carlson, he's kind of free falling right now in that 19 car. Car having some issues off turn 4. It looked like Mike Hasty might have went around. No caution, but I saw some smoke over in turn 4. We carry on. Chalmers Parker, he's gone by the 19, so is the 111 of Brandon Hughes. So not sure if Jeff has cooked his tires or just having issues with the track itself. But the 19 is free falling pretty quickly. The 43 laps in the books. Next time by, 57 to go. Next week, the Nashville Speedway. Meanwhile, Jimmy Spencer is falling back to last. least he's fighting for it. You know, this is, I guess, one way to try to get a good balance of points for your team when you have you're running last and your teammates running first. That'll balance out the lineup, I'd say, huh? Fontaine coming up on the back bumper. A lot of Soar, maybe for position right in front of that. You got Stefan underneath the three of Carlson. Mike and Mike. Again, appreciate the viewers tonight. I noticed we got over 10 a little bit ago. If you're new to the chat, hit that subscribe button, please. We'd much appreciate it. As we continue to broadcast 7 nights a week. Got some great racing coming up into the weekend. The Brickyard Friday and Sunday. We'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway Saturday. Monday night Homestead. Tuesday night Monza for the road course. Ride with the McDonald's car of Daniel Hall. Burns doing a good job rolling up here through the field, but unfortunately now going to start to fall back, I think, as Kevin Anderson goes by. Burns crosses over. You see Hall get a little loose on entry. Easy to do here on break. Gonna get a run. He's going to take the outside lane. Still working on, by the way, the process of getting David Burns to put the red Krispy Kreme hot donut, fresh donut sign on his pit road board. Still working on that one. Not sure how far we got this week, but I'm going to continue to work Burns for that. I think that would be the greatest thing that's ever happened in this league at this point, would be if he is able to put the red Krispy Kreme donuts, fresh donut sign as his pit board. Trying to use the rumble strip there to get a little grip. He's got the run. Let's see if he cuts to the bottom this time. He does. Inside of Burns. Oh, hold on there, Cat. You can tell he's got a little too much front brake. He needs to dial that thing back. Yikes. Burns with a little Code Brown probably there in the front straightaway just now. As Fontaine going to make the pass. Mike Carlson starting to fall back. Here comes Lana Soar. That's halfway next time by. Let's go up here to the front because it's getting a wee bit tighter. Haslow's pulled away to about 2 seconds. And here's Herzog with Luke Daniels and Jason Dalton. Herzog doing a great job holding on. The Iowa winner in the opener this season, Herzog. That battle calms down just for a second here. Let's go back to the 8th position. There's Fontaine. Up to 7th so far as he passed the 3 of Carlson. Not been able to get away, but Lada Soar. Michael Benedetto's up here now, and also Kevin Anderson. They've been following each other up through the field. Mike Braun finally getting some internet going. That's definitely good. Unfortunately, not here tonight running the race. Battles everywhere on this track, and this 1 mile oval. You see 23 slides up. That's going to open the door. Again, you do not want to get off that bottom line at all. And there's your leader, Coy Haslow. He's led every lap so far this evening in the 54 laps. Coming up on the back of Richard Benedetto, who finally, I think, gave up the battle against Jazeboski for last. Oh, all of a sudden to the left goes Richard Benedetto to pit road. Right in front of the leader. Not sure if he called it out or not. So stop right now for the 52 on pit road. Close racing here throughout this field. Again, very tough to pass. It's all about running that bottom. And you can get underneath the guy, rotate the corner, and get the momentum off and carry that speed. You can gain positions here, but very tough to do. Here comes Richard Benedetto back off pit road. I think Benedetto doing kind of an old school type of pit format there. Is all of a sudden I am gone off the screen. I haven't been kicked out yet, but something's going on here. Oh, there we go. And we're back. Oh, yeah, we're gone. And I've been kicked out. Something weird just happened. All right, stand by for a second here. This is a rarity. Be right back. This is very similar to the IndyCar glitch that happened where somebody would fly up into the fence or something and bam, I'd be kicked out of the race. Apology for the technical difficulties. No, I think I paid my bills. Fair question, though. Sometimes we do in life forget to pay our bills. We know that. Nope, I'm going now. Here we go. Going back in. I wonder if I'm the one it's happened to. And it's obviously not an internet issue on my end because my stream's still going. Yeah, I was going to say blame Spencer. Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing just now, Corey. Nick might have pulled the plug on my stream. All right, we return. I'll take the banner off, and here we go, back at it. And it looks like we have everybody still in the race, so as we return back, let's get this bar off my screen. Oh, wait, as all of a sudden, we got a battle for the lead all of a sudden here. Herzog going to the front. What happened to Haslow? There we go. Goodbye. All of a sudden, Coy Haslow's lost the lead when we come back. Luke Daniels going to try to go for second with Jason Dalton trying to go for third. Now, the only thing I could think of that caused that to happen is I'm probably the only one in the session that is watching and not in as a racer. And I wonder if something happened on the spectator side. Just a thought, baby. Up the track, almost up into the outside wall there. It's going to kill his momentum. A lot of these guys to kind of catch back up a little bit here. You see Curran Beckler down up to the 5th spot. Stefan up to 6th. Fontaine up to 7th. Yeah, he had to have burned his tires up or something. I agree 100%. Trying to get underneath that 87 down the back straightaway. Oh, he's there. He's going to clear him off turn 2 here. Haslow got a little tight. Daniels goes by. Here comes Dalton with a little bit of nose damage now. He goes by for third. Well, Haslow falling back right now to the 4th position. And I think we got to start looking at fuel mileage for some of these cars right here as we're 68 laps in. The top 6 have not been to pit road at all in this race. So I'm thinking probably, I'm just throwing a number out there, about 10, 15 laps maybe on fuel. You see Curran Beckler back here in the 35, working his way up. Just less than 30 laps to go in this race. We ride with Michael Benedetto as he has slowly worked his way up through the field as Mike Carlson comes to pit road right here at lap 70. Trying to get by Fontaine to the inside. Not often you see Fontaine getting past. But here, Michael Benedetto to the inside. Oh, Gru's getting a little loose, holding him tight. He's going to let him go. Michael Benedetto up to 7th. Great run for him so far. King of... Oh, up the track goes, is that Richard Benedetto maybe? So now all of a sudden this battle for the lead is on. We got this going on, and now here comes Curran Beckler for 4th. So all of a sudden this Coy Haslow car in the 87 struggling. Pretty fantastic race so far. 25 laps to go, 3/4 distance here in this week number 8 of the Short Track Super League Throwback Series. Again, next week we go to Nashville, the fairgrounds. We still got 2 or 3 battles per throughout the field here. You got Fontaine still trying to hold off a couple of the Rocket Nation cars here. And you got Daniel Hall and Brandon Hughes back there in 11th trying to fight it out. Jeff Carlson going to go by Nick Jazeboski, who I think Jeff had a couple words just now for Nick. Jeff was on pit road about 6 laps ago and came up on the back bumper of him. And I'm not sure if Nick was just racing or something, but all of a sudden Jeff keyed the microphone and had a couple words for him. Back here, Dalton. See how tough it is. Look at, you got the wheel kind of turned there to 1 o'clock, just kind of keep the back end under them. These tires obviously really worn out. Again, when will we see pit stops in this race? And will we see any kind of pit strategy to steal some spots away? These ARCA cars are really good at burning up tires. The only time I've ever blown a tire in a race was in these cars at Michigan. I think I've brought that up a few times now. And it was about 40 laps into a run. All of a sudden, I saw the meatball come up on. I'm like, what'd I do? And all of a sudden, my car went straight into the corner. I'm like, uh-oh. And look at Benedetto come up on the back. And here comes Haslow. He has finally said, I'm coming to pit road. Very interesting entrance. There's the cone right there. So Haslow, the pole sitters, led the most laps tonight, but it's free fall through the field. I get 2 sets of tires in this race. Four tires in fuel, 14.8 for Haslow. We're going to start to see now how good these tires are going to be, and that'll determine maybe if these leaders need to get to pit road. You see Haslow just starting to go by people now, so that's the difference right now on these fresh tires as they put a lap on Matt Telder. For those in the gambling game, it took 83 laps for Matthew Telder to get lapped. Oh, Dalton get a little loose back there off turn 4, had to get out of it. He tried to get around Daniels. Kevin Anderson to pit road. .11.7, that is not a 4-tire stop right there. Haslow, fastest lap of the race, that time by 30.4. Haslow getting all the new out of those tires possible. Question, when does Herzog, when does Daniels, when does Dalton, all these guys come to pit road? If I'm Daniels or Dalton, I'm coming here shortly. You're getting, you got a lap car right here in front of you that obviously is racing for a lucky dog and stuff, so he's going to race you. I want to try to get to pit road as soon as possible here to try to get out in the clean air if you can. Because here comes Haslow on the fresh tires. They're going to get to the inside of Telder here. And there goes Coy Haslow around the outside and takes his lap back. So he's back on the lead. Lap down back here for second. Dalton to the inside of Daniels. Gonna rotate the bottom and make the pass. So move Jason Dalton up to the second position. I mentioned Kern Beckler up to fourth. He's only about a second and a half back. Then you got Michael Steffen, who's about a second or so back from Curran, as Kevin Anderson's going to go by here. So now you're starting to see all the lap cars that have been on pit road to try to steal some track position away. They're making their moves right now. Telder gets turned, and caution's going to come out. Telder off the bumper, I think, of Kevin Anderson. Brings the caution out. And that is going to bring some interesting calls here because, as you know, Haslow got back on the lead lap here. Does he stay out now? Does he come back to pit road and get tires? I think he's going to have to stay out. I think you have to come get tires. Coy Haslow stays out, obviously. Four tires and fuel, and the race off pit road. Curran Beckler's going to get it. Beckler, 9-second stop. Obviously, no tires. Oh, the strategy. So fourth caution of the race. Let's go back and see what happened to Telder. That brings out this caution. Anderson with the fresher tires there behind him. They go into the corner. And Anderson just gets in the back of Telder and spins them both out. Just had the fresher tires and unfortunately got in the back of them. So Coy Haslow is going to have about 10 lap or so fresher tire or older tires than Curran Beckler, who, well, actually, let me back this up. He's got 10 lap older tires than Mark Herzog. Curran Beckler has roughly, where are we at? Lap number 93 here? 93 lap older tires? I don't think he's pitted for tires at all. And we're about to go green with 5 laps to go. Watch out for wheel spin. Some cars taking a wave around to go back around. All right, pace car going to pull off. Haslow, Beckler, Herzog, Dalton, Daniels lead them to the green. Haslow at a good start. Can he get away now? Holding strong in that third position. Drift goes up the track back in 3 and 4. Dalton gets a little loose. That's going to allow Steffen to the outside. 4 laps to go. Beckler holding on to third. As Herzog getting to the back bumper of Haslow. Catching him's one thing, passing's another. Using the bumpers a third. And I will say this. Coy Haslow, I have seen use the bumper before to win a race. Twice. As Herzog power moves to the outside. Going to slide up the track, though. How about Beckler holding on to third? I wonder if he took 2 tires. That might be the case. That's helping him hold on there. Beckler's going to get a bumper from Luke Daniels. Haslow up the track. Here comes Herzog. Oh, getting tight. Herzog. We got trouble on the backstretch with Ladasor's gone around and caution is out. Oh, man. Mark did a great job of keeping off Coy there. Let's see what brings out the caution. Ladasor went around off turn 2. And found a way to hit the individual tire barrier over in turn 2. Dipsy-doo Dunkaroo hits that inside wall hard, and there's that one little tire barrier. It's there. I don't know what that's about, but hey. So I'm sure we'll see those who took the waiver on come to pit road right here and get tires. And see what they can get out of it here and what's going to be green light checker numero uno of the night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race tonight in the broadcast. Of course, if you are interested in purchasing a butt kicker, you can always go to the Butt Kicker's website and type in STSL. Get 20% off your purchase as you go to the website to purchase. And then Nick Jazeboski and Jazeboski Designs going to give a free paint to somebody tonight, as the admins remind the drivers, do not switch lanes at the restart here. Of course, that became a big topic at Atlanta Motor Speedway a couple weeks ago. Thanks, sure. Hemethus, something like that. I'm too tired to get that name right. Had a long day at work today. Long and frustrating day, but it is what it is. Not going to let that deter the broadcast. I will go ahead and put it out there to those watching on the stream. If you did not see the message earlier on Discord, I have had to cancel the all-night marathon that we were going to do for cancer awareness due to some work issues that I'm not going to get into because I'm still pretty disappointed, but it is what it is. But I will still be running the 600 miler on Sunday night. So look forward to doing that, and we'll see. I'm still trying to think of anything I can do on Monday with the way my work schedule is shaping out. So hopefully I'll have something maybe this weekend we can do next weekend. But I will run the NIS 600 on Sunday night at least. So I still will be able to get that in, which I guess is a good of a bad situation. So. All right, pace car is going to pull off the first of hopefully one green-white checker finish. As Haslow, Herzog, Beckler, and Daniels your top 4, and Jason Dalton 5th. Here we go. Haslow's on it. Beckler gives room to Herzog. Here comes the outside lane. Luke Daniels up the track. Lost the grip. Here comes Dalton. Going to come to the white flag. If they cross it, this race is on. They will do so. White flag. Final lap at the Milwaukee Mile. Herzog going to try the high move. Is he going to cross him over off 2? No, he's going to try the high side here. Down the back straightaway, drag racing. Haslow up the track as Herzog takes the lead. Mark Herzog, the fresher tires, going to go to victory lane and win the Milwaukee Mile. Haslow second, Beckler third, Daniels fourth. Dalton, Fontaine all going to get, as we have a second-time winner this season in Mark Herzog. Herzog doing it the old school way. You don't do no burnouts. Let's go park it right there. Herzog won the opener at Iowa Speedway, and now the Milwaukee Mile is his. I keep hitting the wrong button. And now he's going to light him up. There we go. Unfortunately, I don't think the town of Milwaukee or city of Milwaukee knows what In-N-Out Burger is. But, hey, they're going to enjoy it tonight. Take a look at his finishing order. Herzog wins it by 8/100ths of a second over Haslow. Beckler third. Luke Daniels, Jason Dalton, your top 5. Fontaine comes back after starting in the pits to finish 6th. Stefan Chalmers Parker, good run for him in 8th. Mike Hasty, Jason Coe, good top 10 for him. Daniel Hall, 11th. Mario Ercoloni, 12th. Drift going to get 13th. Ladasur, 14th. Mike Carlson, Kevin Anderson, Brandon Hughes, David Burns, going to finish in the 18th position. Looking at the rest of the finishing order, Jeff Carlson, Matthew Telder, 20th. 21st, Michael Benedetto. 22nd, Nick Jazeboski. And Richard Benedetto going to get 23rd in this, what ended up being a 105-lap race. Fantastic racing here at the end, especially at the Milwaukee Mile. Who says a flat track can't put on good racing, huh? And let's get the Salinas, California driver. He celebrates his second win of the season. Once he gets in here, we'll celebrate with him, I should say. Oh, there he is, up here in the general channel. So let's get Herzog down here in the booth with us, the In-N-Out Burger car with the Snoopy photo there on the Discord page. As Herzog joins us. Mark, I don't know if it was some kind of a prediction maybe, or an omen or something, but I found it kind of funny that throughout practice you were sitting in the waiting for interview room the whole time.
I didn't realize I was in that room. I thought I was in general. I must have misclicked it, but it turned out to be an Omen, I guess, huh?
Might be something you have to do from now on. But, man, talk about that pass, because when I first saw you going to 1 and 2, I'm like, all right, he's in my head, I'm like, he's probably going to cross over Coy here. But it was like you got such a good run that you made the outside work.
Yeah, I figured Coy, he was going to, if he had half a car, he'd come down and I'd have to give him the space because I wouldn't have the line. So I figured if I'm going to do it, I have to get him around the outside. And lucky it held, and Coy gave me the room, and it was a really fun last 2 laps there. It was really fun.
Talk about the feeling of you got 2 wins so far this season. You win at Iowa opening race, and you come back and get your 2nd win tonight. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, and everything sandwiched in between hasn't been too good, but that's the sometimes. But I'll take it when I can get it. These guys are a bunch of fun to race with. They're, everybody's real respectful, and Mike and the guys are trying to build a real good league here, and it's been a lot of fun. And I gotta, thank them for putting it together, and thank you for showcasing us on the internets.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's my pleasure. And I guess how you just explained your season is kind of like a hamburger. You had the bun at the beginning, getting the win. You had the meat in the middle, not so good. And now the bun at the bottom.
Exactly. The meat in the middle, there was a McDonald's burger, not a nice In-N-Out one.
I think Daniel Hall might resemble that remark. But, hey, great job out there tonight. And, man, send shout-outs to whoever you like to.
Hey, thanks again. And I got to always, as always, thank my lovely wife for giving me the couple hours to come out here and run this thing. It's been a lot of fun. Well,
great job tonight, Mark. Go celebrate the win, and we will talk next week.
Thank you. Hopefully see you next week also.
Sounds good. Mark Herzog there, winner of tonight's race here at the Milwaukee Mile. Fantastic finish. And as they always like to, as they say, I should say, one man's joy is another man's not so much joy. I know it's not the exact quote, but I'm going with that one. And that's going to go to the 2nd place finisher in this race, and that was going to be Coy Haslow. Now, Coy actually took advantage of that caution and got the track position back from his pit stop, but obviously the damage was done when that caution came out. When Coy came to pit road, of course, he ate his tires up, it looked like there, mid part of the race. But Coy still come back and finish 2nd after it looked like you had lost all that track position. Oh, so close, though.
Yeah, at the beginning there, I just drove too hard, wasted my tires up, and with 20 to go, looked like we had to pit and try anything. I mean, if it went green, I was still looking for a top 5, but caution came out and cycled to the front there. Then not the last restart, but the restart before, Mark got under me off of 2, and thankfully the caution came out. But last one, he just had better tires than me and could drive around the top there.
Well, it was a great finish. Still, when it's all over with, is there anything different as you think about you could have done, maybe?
Not drive it in so deep in 3 and 4 and just try to get a better run off. That's about it there.
Now, I'd be daring if I didn't ask this, so I'm going to have to ask. Was the bumper thought about being used?
I mean, not really. At a place like this, I mean, you're side by side. It's kind of hard unless you're going to door them off the corner,
right?
Which, that's just, I shouldn't say that, though. BC, no.
Well, hey, nice job tonight, Coy. Send shots whoever you like to.
Thanks for Short Track Super League to put this on, you to broadcast it, Faster Esports, my team, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was tonight, but you and Nick had a pattern going. Every time you were first, he was last. You finished 2nd, he finished 2nd to last.
Sounds about right.
Balanced it out perfectly. Way to go. Nice job, man.
Have a good night.
Hey, you too, bud. Curran Beckler going to finish 3rd there behind Coy Haslow, who we just talked to, finishing in the 2nd position. Curran, another top 3 finish for you. You definitely had the drive of the night, though, as you didn't have the best starting spot, but and you worked through that field, got yourself a top 3 finish. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling really good about it. Yeah, I didn't really get any practice time, about 5 minutes, so qualifying wasn't great, but figured the track out early, dodged the wrecks early. That got me a lot of track position, and then just saving tires, and that caution at the end saved us from maybe running out of gas, but took 2, I think, turned out good, and yeah, ended up 3rd.
How were you able to save tires, obviously, in that run? Because to make those passes later in the race, you obviously had to have some tire left over, and you were able to make some pretty good passes and keep that run going.
Yeah, it's the key with these cars on when we're burning up right front on a fairly heavy braking track like this is just to keep the brake bias as far back as you can stand it and crank it even farther back as soon as you can stand that. So being up on that and then just not overdriving the corner, keeping the line tight so I don't have to turn harder mid-corner and letting it track out. It's just really baby that right front, use as much rear as possible. Yeah.
Well, it was a great job by you when it's over with, man. Third place finish. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, like to thank Moneymaker Motorsports. Want to thank the guys who run the league. Thank JT for running race control. Want to thank you for putting us up on the broadcast. And thank the field. We had a really good, clean, good race.
Well, great job tonight, Curran, and third place run for you. Congratulations.
Thank you much.
Absolutely. Curran Beckler finishing third here at the Milwaukee Mile. So fantastic race this evening. Only saw a few cautions, not too many, and a fantastic finish when it was all over with. So great job by Herzog. Congratulations on the win, his second of the season. And we will move on to the Nashville Fairgrounds next week. And we'll have that broadcast for you, as always, around 8:45 or so Eastern Time Thursday night. Next time you'll see us tomorrow night, the Blown Piston Racing League going to be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway as they start their Memorial Day weekend tributes. Of course, their final races before the holiday coming up tomorrow and Sunday. So look forward to seeing everybody maybe tomorrow night at Indianapolis. So looking forward to that race there. So, but as always, shout out to all the drivers. Shout out to iRacing for allowing us to platform tonight. And even though we didn't get to really use their cameras tonight, shout out to our good friends at TrackCams22.com and TrackCams 4 Gourmets for allowing the camera works, of course, that they are able to get done for us, so on and so forth. Shout out to Butt Kicker for, of course, sponsoring the series. Also, Jazeboski Design when it's all over with. And also thank you to Michael Steffen and the boys from the Short Track Super League. I'm out. I will see you tomorrow night. And as always, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.
Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. Why not go right? You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. Be strong.